What's up, guys? Welcome back to the pond building. If this ain't for you, then I apologize until next November. So here's what we got done so far. She's a big old hole. I'm just kind of roughing it right now with the excavator, and then I'll have to come in with a shovel and get my shelves. Originally wasn't gonna have very many shelves. It was just all I wanted was some lily pads and a few spots we were gonna put some plants, but I don't know. I kind of ended up with a big shelf here that I like because I widened it out, so I ended up with a nice area for. I'm just gonna fill this up with cattails and iris, because a lot of you know that I live next to conservation and there is a parking lot there, so it'll kind of be a backdrop. I obviously got a lot of trees, but plus planning on putting a boat dock, attach it to the deck and have a dock right here. So it'd be kind of cool to see the fish swimming along this little drop off right here, and then I'll have this in the. I haven't got my depth figured yet. I want to be 4 to 5 feet. That's plenty. We're not trying to set records on the deepest koi pond. We're not going to have a title that says world's deepest koi pond. I just know that for 10 years, 4 foot, 4.5 foot has been plenty. So I want to be able to see the fish. The deeper the water is better, but I don't need to go much deeper than that. So flat wall there. My grandpa's bench that we got here, I'm gonna put all new stone here when it's done, and then I want to just do a flagstone all the way around, hanging over a little ways. I don't want to have hundreds of thousands of boulders in there like I had in the last one. I just want a nice clean edge here with flagstone to where I can just run around here with the mower. But you can see that's the plan. Flagstone's kind of expensive, I'm learning. So all right, we ended up putting a shelf. So far we got a pretty good shelf, so apparently I'm going to put in more plants than I originally thought. It's just so easy to put a shelf in. Just whoop. I couldn't reach there. Starting to get a little skinny, as you can see here. Look, track right there. That's starting to break off. Plenty of dike here for anyone that's thinking, oh my god, it's going to fall off into your driveway. Well, I built all this up, and if you look how wide this is going to end up being, in the deepest part is clear down there, so there's a lot of dirt, a lot of material here, and if it does fall off, that'd be interesting to see. I mean, I wouldn't complain. I don't think I'd be upset a little bit, but I'd be like, yep, she gone. But that's all we got. Shelves, building this up a little bit. I'll come in here with a skid. What I'm gonna do is I'll run a line. I already did it when I built this part. I did this a couple years ago. I dug it with a skid loader, but I run a line off the top over there where I want my water level. I don't know if I got a laser level. If I can get a laser, I'll run a laser, but for now I'm just gonna run a string across, check it with a level, see how close we are. And as we fill the pond, you can find your low spots and you can backfill them with sand to get your level you want. I'm gonna try to have it as close as I can all the way around, so you can't see the liner part of the overhang that I told you I was gonna put on. And then I got a well over here. I want to run me a line and put an automatic water thing, so it always stays topped off. I don't have to come throw a hose in and top it off for evaporation. Gutters run in here. Gonna put a rain. It's a mess back here. This is the dog run. I'm gonna put one of them IBC totes right on that gutter, run both them gutters into it, and then have a pump that will pump it into here when it's so full. Or I can just put the blue hose on it and get whatever I can get. Maybe I'll raise it up, elevate it. So can't really get a gutter over to here. It'd look, I don't know. If I ever build up the yard here, look at the dogs. They're like, I hear somebody talking, and they're annoying. But that's where I'm at right now. The old filter you guys have seen me clean a bunch of times, we're gonna have down here at this end. As of right now, I'm gonna build a retaining wall here. Put one tote's gonna be elevated with the sand in it, and that one will go into a settling tank. which has a whole bunch of bio balls and stuff, because you want the water as clean as possible. You get in there and you have a moving bed, you run an aerator in there, and then it'll go back into the pond. That's how we're going to keep her clean. Gonna have a couple of filters. So guys are wondering, like, God, is he a millionaire? No, I bought a liner and everything else is DIY. You want to, the liner is your foundation. Don't skimp. You guys will probably say, oh, he skimped, he got a billboard tarp for the last pond. It was 140 bucks, but it lasted me 10 years. It was a lot of research. It was pretty popular, and now they got a liner that's reinforced similar to a billboard tarp that you can buy. But with this gigantic, I don't want to have to redo this. We got a 25-year warranty on the liner. Obviously still have to redo it if we do have problems, but hopefully if we do get a mouse or something to choose through, we can just repair it like we do the pool. So Molly, quit whining. Quit whining. I can't let you out because you'll run around in circles while I'm digging. You just chill. Everybody's doing good. Everybody transitioned well. I got some lily pads over here that look pretty sad. Got a turtle in here we found in the pond. Bluegill are all chilling over there. Bluegill in there. Goldfish in there. I got another tank with goldfish and bluegill in it. So a lot of fish still came out of the pond, and a lot of them won't be going back in. There's bluegill all around this thing. You can't see them, it's dark. 90 degrees today. Water temperature is still cold. We got I put it under this tree that gets most of the afternoon sun. That's when you need it the most protection. So I got some koi in there. There's 2 koi, and then there's some babies that happened after the pond build initially, but there's a couple in there that were the original that I bought. So when I built the pond, I got aerators. I need to get them put in here. I mean, they are monstrous. So I'm gonna try that out. But all right, I'm gonna do a little bit more digging. I just got off work and we're tinkering around. We're figuring about another week or so before we put the liner in. Gotta let her settle some. It's gonna rain this weekend, let it settle. And then I gotta get a lot of carpet this whole son of a bitch. That's what I did over here, and the carpet still look good. You can still see the padding. 10 years of padding under there, solid. Nothing wrong with that. So don't let someone tell you that you need a $100,000 koi pond that's only 20 foot square. You don't have to spend that much money. Just like I say, the liner, just be careful with the liner. Anywhere I put rocks, anywhere, once I put this liner in here, anywhere that I put rocks, there will be carpet under that rock. Just peace of mind is all it is. So all right, stay tuned. We're gonna go get my little hat on that has and then we're gonna do a little digging. Stay tuned. Pretty simple, no real rhyme or reason. I'm like, yep, that looks good. Just simple. I'll clean this up with a shovel because I do have some electrical, but I know exactly where it is. It's right here because I put it there. And I know that I have a propane line over there. That's why the pond stops where it does. And then I know that this cable box, it goes right along here too into my garden. I marked all that stuff out before I started the project with a locator. I located everything. I did find old wires from back in the day. They went to my well, but I knew they were dead because I found them when I did the old pond, and I'd already put new line in anyways. So always make sure you know when you're digging. If I was in a city, I would run into 1,000 different things. So, but I'm not. Always you gotta call 1-811 before you dig. And I was a utility worker, so I know. But it's easier for me to just get a locator and check stuff myself than to have someone else do it, because I know my property better than most. I've been here a long time. Simple little shelf here. Nothing's fancy, just I'm gonna run it right along here. And there you'll see that. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but there is a pipe right here that's just conduit, plastic. I'll have to dig back and cut that off. There used to be an air conditioner sitting right here when I first moved here. And then I put central air in it later on. I think I'm getting really close to my length, width-wise I want to go. All this smooth. I'm even thinking about putting some sand down first, but I don't know yet. There's a lot of things you can do. Just depends on how hard it is for me to get a load of sand. You guys can hear my bastard dog in the background. Once I get my depth, my actual line across here, I may have to throw some of this up here for backing. Like right there's a low spot where I drove into the pond. But other than that, it's pretty simple. However, wherever you put your liner, that's the way it's gonna be. And then the best thing to do is just cover your liner. You don't want to leave it exposed to the sun, even though the one I have is pretty good for being exposed. Sun is hard on everything. And that's gonna be a pretty nice looking pond right there with a shelf on there. I'm glad I ended up putting a shelf. But I'm getting pretty close to being where I need to start doing some measuring. That's her size though. She ain't gonna get no bigger, so. I mean, it's way bigger than it was. It used to go way back there to the deck, straight down at the deck, so all this is new. Pretty cool. I'm about ready to just start get my height, find out if I need to lower these shelves just a little bit or if we're good, and then just rake them all good. I gotta cut some shelf out over there though. I couldn't reach it. See this? Look at this nice clean line. I just take some of this looser dirt and put it right here and fill this in, pack it in real good, because it's a little low right there. Unless I put the liner back to there, then we're good. But I squished it down with the loader, so. We'll get down in here and we'll do a lot of raking, search for any pebbles that we can find, any sticks, but we'll rake these slopes better. This is just this is how it goes. This is day 2 of digging, but you can see that line right there. I think you can. Let me get my hat off here. You can see that line. See, it starts there. It's pretty dang close, really. It runs right along there. It gets a little high right here in this section right here. But what I'll do is I'll cut down and put the liner down so it all looks level all the way across. And then it'll be pretty good. All right, well, that's about all I got. I mean, all you're gonna see right now is me getting it ready for a liner, so. What I want is comments, what you guys think. Was it a good idea to put this shelf here? Or should I just, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have a shelf all the way around just in case. I mean, 25, if I have it 20 years, I'm gonna be old. I'll be retired. So we need flowers, we need some plants, some plant life. So I think it'll be pretty good. It's gonna be massive. All right, guys, give me some ideas on fish. I wouldn't mind, since we got big koi and it's gonna be a big pond, 1 bass won't hurt nothing. I thought about like one bass to, hand feed. He'll be chilling around. Other things, my wife really likes the bluegills because they're really pretty. But I thought about getting hybrid ones. Get some hybrid bluegill that grow big and then they can't reproduce, because it's just gonna be, if you've seen how many babies that the few bluegill that are in the other pond had, wife's getting attacked by the turkey right now. Obviously there'll be koi in there, and I'm gonna try to find some big albino catfish. If anybody knows anyone that has some 5+ pound albino catfish, I'd like to have a few again, because the last ones got to almost 10 pounds and that was it. They died. So all right, well, let me know what you guys think. It's pretty good size. I'll give you a view from here, from the porch. She's gonna be nice size. Sheesh. It's a pretty good perspective once you cut them shelves off. See, the chickens are running around. Once you get the shelves cut off and you can kind of see the shape, she's kind of, I was gonna round this out here, but I decided not to. I'm just gonna keep a nice walkway here, but it's good. What's up, guys? We had wife called me. We had a catastrophic failure of the used pool from Facebook. Do not get a used pool if you want to. Just don't even do it. We had a complete seal fail over here. Wife saved the fish. They're all in that tank, so she went and bought a brand new pool. It's not a monster, but it's going to be big enough. But she threw everything in there. I'm sure I got, that's the well there. I'm pretty sure I probably got bluegill and goldfish in there. Big tear out. Tore this hole here. It found the line that I put to the well 2 years ago with Claire's excavator. You guys remember that? All the way to the house. I put a new water line in. Filled my well. And luckily my well, it trips when it gets above water, because I am in a flood area down there. When it floods down there, it usually raises my well and I have to run a sump pump, but luckily the well is still going, so we're good on that front. But it did fill it completely full of mud, and it did not collapse it. A lot of you guys know by now that my well is an oldie. It's rocks or bricks, and it is very deep. You gotta go way down in there, about 30 feet or so to the pump. So she's running. We got water still, but I got a hell of a hole here. Took the path of least resistance, so that sucks. So I think we're gonna move over here. I'm gonna scratch out a spot for a 10-foot pool right under there. It'll be downstream from the well. No chance of this happening again, so stay tuned.